stage the director of the film, Emine Emel Balci. Please also welcome on stage the main actress, Esme Madra, as well as the producer, Nadia. Please come on stage. Thank you very much for showing this film today. My first question to you is, we just saw a film in which you're the main character. It doesn't happen to her to build up stable and continuous relationships, and I would like to know, when you started this project to develop, it is very much focused on your main character. What was your background or your motivation to shape and design a character which we just saw?
Actually, I wanted to be a total characters film, and I wanted to create a human being, who has gray zones, dark zones, wide areas, doing evil things, bad things, good things, and everything inside her. Actually, I wanted to be objective to the character. I wanted to show her not as a holy person, not as a sexual object, just as a human being. Actually, that was the first motivation while I was writing the script, and then afterwards, while I was realizing the script.
Just speak up a little bit like this, otherwise in the background it's hard to understand us. Thank you very much. And then I would like to know, the two of you, when you met, when did you meet? Because it must have been very important for you to find the right actress for your project. And how did you meet then? And how did you basically, or probably, shape and develop the character together? What was your contribution before you started the screening also to this character? The shooting.
Okay. Actually, we work hard, and we met before the shooting. Maybe 8 months ago, and we did rehearsals around 6 months, and it was so wonderful experience for me, because I started to know her and like her very much.
Her, the character.
The character,
The
and
director.
also Emine, of course. I like her very much. And so, I don't know what to say. Yes, also I went to the workshops, like maybe 2 months, to see what's going on and to learn the work also and the people.
That's quite interesting, because the workshop, the factories, they of course are a central location, also one of the central locations in your film. So I'm wondering, when you were doing research there, working there, did you reveal your goal to make a film afterwards out of your experience from the workshops? It's a question to you as the actress, but also to the director. How difficult or easy was it to get a shooting permission in these workshops, or did we really see real workshops, or are these setups? You, as far as I understood, you worked for 2 months there. Was that just like undercover in a way, that you were doing undercover work, or was it that you approached the factory saying, I'm going to be part in film that wants to?
No, they know. They knew what we were going to do, and we talked about it with them also, but not too much. And they have no time to talk also. So we just look to each other, and I try to work with them and see what's going on. Sometimes in the moment, in the timeouts, we are talking a little bit. They are wondering what's going on, and also I wonder what's going on.
Well, I mean, as Esme said, the conditions are very difficult in workshops in Turkey. Most of them are illegal. I mean, the ones we like, usually. And it's a very insecure area, so it was not possible to make a film in a real workshop. So everything you saw as an interior of the workshop is a setup. Our art designers created an old workshop which was empty before, and they put every detail there. We designed everything there. This must be here, that must be there, so that way we did the film, and we entered the place and shot whatever I like.
So then we see, probably you can explain a little bit also about the visual concept, how to approach shooting the main character, since she's so dominant also in this film. Because I noticed we see the main character in one scene, usually from several, sometimes many sides. What was the visual concept you developed to capture the character visually?
Well, the cinematographer is not here right now, but I am working with him since my short films, so we spend time a lot with him together, and we really spend, after we start working with Esme, we spend a lot of time looking at her pictures, her face most of the time, which is the right place to shoot her as setup. And it was very clear in the first beginning while I was writing the script that she will be in every picture of the film, and she is in the main focus of the camera all the time. And after one point, after the character change happens in the film, it was also clear that the camera is going closer her and closer. So actually this was something that I tried to keep in the editing also. So I think this way the people who watch the film can empathy the character, and they come into the story and watch more and more.
I would like to involve the producer as well. From the producer's point of view, first of all, probably you can explain how the two of you met, or the three of you then. And what were the greatest or the most difficult challenges in this project? We just learned already that it was difficult to basically shoot in these factory locations. And I would be also interested, because I noticed in the credits there is also German institutions involved. So this is basically Turkish-German co-production. Can you explain this also?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, we met with Emel through our German co-producer, Titus Kranberg. Because they already made a film together, Emel's previous documentary, Ich liebe dich. It was produced by Una Film, which is also a co-producer in our film. Like the biggest challenge for a debut feature is all, from producer's point of view, it's always financing, of course, because you have to convince lots of people, and there are lots of new filmmakers coming out of Turkey. You have to convince lots of decision makers in the funding institutions that that's the right project that they should support. But Emel, since she has already short films and she had a very successful documentary, that part was relatively easier for me and for Titus. And together with Titus, we also made another co-production 3 years ago, Our Grand Despair. It was also a hearing competition in Berlinale, so it's not our first collaboration with him. So it went relatively smooth for us on the financing. In the production side, locations, and also actually extras that you see in the film. They are always in the background, you see them in the out of focus because of the visual concept of the film. But we also spend lots of time to cast them. Because in the casting agencies there are people who had experience working in textile workshops. So having them constantly with us, I think it helped